Hey y'all, welcome back. Yes, another video on Complex Combo with your girl Sonia B. 2 days in a row. Could this be a trend? I don't know. Interesting stuff happening. It's amazing what you find interesting when you're not clouded by stuff going on at home, because I'm not at home. I thought about something today. Coincidentally, I came here to work in Southern California on a contract. And, there's usually a handful of consultants on a job. But within a couple of weeks, 2 full-time employees put in their notice at the same time. So it made me think about something, how easy it is to say goodbye. And not necessarily just to a job, just goodbye in general. Goodbye to a job, goodbye to friends, goodbye to family, goodbye to some toxic people in your life. But how when you do it over and over again, each time it seems to get a little easier. And it made me chuckle because I remember the first time I left a job. I left a hospital organization that I worked at about 16 years and took a leap of faith and decided to go. And I remember crying on my last day. No, I cried literally when I gave my notice, put it that way. And I don't know why it was so hard to leave. I had some type of allegiance to the organization or even the people that I worked with, because I really didn't. Those who were in leadership above me were actually new to the company. But we had a good working relationship, so I guess that's what made it hard. But I realized in jobs that came after that, it became easier and easier to leave. I don't know if it's because I detached myself from the situation and the people, or if it was just because I matured as an individual. But when you do things over and over again and gain that practice, it becomes a lot easier. So saying goodbye has become easier for me. What have you had to say goodbye to? Do you find it difficult to leave a job? I know people who have, the older mindset. I'll say my mom's generation. They stay at an organization for what seems like a lifetime. It becomes a career, and you stay there until you raise your kids, and your kids are grown, and you become empty nesters, and then you retire. That's not necessarily the mindset anymore, because there is no allegiance to an organization, either on your part or theirs. So for me, that's why it becomes easier. Life choices cause me to leave. Bad leadership situations have caused me to leave. And so, yes, it becomes easier for me to say goodbye. But I thought about this topic because the 2 individuals, nice young men, were leaving this company that they've been working for the last 2 years, I would say. And today was their last day. Oddly enough, a Wednesday, right? Not a Friday. But they came in with big smiles. They were happy. That last day, you like, whatever. I don't have to take any more calls. I don't have to facilitate any more meetings. All these tickets that I'm working, I've now assigned to somebody else. You blowing off conference calls. It was just funny watching them just kind of breeze about the day between the hours of 8 and 11. And at that point, 11 o'clock rolled by, and it was like, okay, where's my check? I'm ready to go. I didn't tap dance and tee-hee-hee all day, said my goodbyes, send my final emails. I'm ready to go. They were ready to move on to the next thing. Why can't we look at just life like that, Instead, we move on from relationships. We are however they ended, we're sour. Some of us walk away with a scowl on our face. Some of us, we throwing parties, we celebrating, we having a good time. All of a sudden, we got this glow about us because we have moved on from a toxic situation. Or, man, it was just weird to me, and funny at the same time to watch And watching some other people leave a job with such joy and, they had a pep in their step and just ready to go on to the next thing. It was just funny watching that, and it made me think about the times that I've left things, whether it's a job or relationship or even friendships that are no longer. How you do this over a period of time, it gets easier. Do you find that it gets easier? Have you had to walk away from something? Tell me what you walked away from. Was it a friendship? Was it a relationship? Was it a situationship? Was it a job situation? What did you have to walk away from? And how many times have you had to walk away, whether it's personal, professional, and did it get easier? I am finding that it is easier to say goodbye. I think that's why I like consulting, because as a consultant, when your contract is up, you're not packing up a desk. You may be turning over, some laptop, whatever equipment the client may have let you use. Deuces. I think that's how I'm just going to look at life now. I'm just going to look at life from the lens of a consultant. My time is up. Recencies in lifetime. Had a lesson to learn, a job to do, people to meet, people to mentor. Check, check, check. Bye. For me, my joy today is it's Wednesday. Thursday, for those of us who are consultants, is go home day. I'm going home tomorrow. So I'm very excited. Today was a long day. Tomorrow I'm going to have a pep in my step. And those 4 hours are going to fly by. They're going to fly by, and I too will be smiling and glowing, but I'll return on my day. They, in turn, get to go somewhere else, but their leaving today made me think about that. The joy that we have when we move on, and the art of moving on, how it gets better each time we do it. So what are you moving on from? Is this your first time? You might be a little sad, you might cry, but I promise you, when you put this in practice and you move on from toxic relationships, you move on from soured friendships, you move on from jobs that don't appreciate you, man, it gets better, it gets easier, and you have a smile. Until next time, subscribe to my channel below if you haven't done so already. Leave your comments. I'd like to hear what you think. What are you moving on from? Have you done it before? Is this your first time? If you've done it multiple times, did it get easier? Let's talk about it. Talk to you soon.